Next thing, we're going to cover off the copy screen. So how to do a very basic copy. If I go into the copy screen, to make a very basic copy, we'll put a original into the top feeder, just face up in the feeder, and hit start. That's all you need to do a basic copy. Next, I'm going to cover off the different functions on the copy screen. So if you wanted to adjust any of the copy settings, I'm going to go through this first one here, text/photo printed. You can tap on that one, and that's basically describing what the original is. Normally you don't need to change this because the machine will do a good job with the default text/photo setting, but there is like a photo option or a map option. If it's a map you're copying, then it might give you a slightly better result if you change that one. The next one, color, it says it's set to black as default, but if I wanted to change it to color, if I wanted to make a full color photocopy, I can select that there. And there's also an option there for 2-color or single color. You can have a play with that yourself if you're interested in seeing how that works. The next one, density, basically to lighten or darken the original. So just tap increase the darkness if you want to make it darker or lighter, or standard. The next one is paper and paper size. So it's paper type and paper size. So if I go into there, you can see the different paper trays laid out. So on this particular machine, there's a paper tray 1, 2 and 3. Number 1 has A4 in it, and yeah, they've all got A4 in it. And this one here on the side, that's the multi bypass tray on the side of the machine. So you can select any of those, but generally you don't need to select it because it'll just pick up the auto selection. Then we move on to the zoom button for reduce and enlarge. You can have some common ones here. You know, if we want to reduce from an A3 to an A4, or if we want to enlarge A4 to A3, and anything in between, you can set the zoom manually or select any of those options in there. The next one is the Duplex Combined, so I'll select that one. There's a few different options in there. The default one is just single-sided, so single-sided original, and it'll give you a single-sided output or single-sided copy. The next one is when you have a single-sided original and you get a double-sided copy, and the opposite. So a double-sided original will turn into single-sided copies, or double-sided to double-sided. And there's also options there for the setting the binding position, whether it's portrait or landscape, and how you want it bound. So generally you don't need to touch this if it's just a normal portrait copy, but if it's in landscape mode, you might say that, you know, if it's upside down on the other side, it's an indication that your binding position is wrong and you just need to change it. There's also an option for combine. So this is not a duplex single-sided, double-sided, but it will actually, if you select that 2-in-1, it will actually reduce 2 pages and put it onto 1 page. And the same with 4-in-1, 8-in-1, it will just combine those number of pages and reduce it down and put it onto 1 page. So that's that one. The next option is finishing, and you may not have all these options on your machine. The standard machine will have the grouping and sorting option. So group means all page 1s together, all page 2s together, whereas sort is more like a document. It will be sorted into like page 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for multiple copies. And this particular machine also has stapling and folding available. So I can choose a corner staple, so that's in the top left corner, or we can do a 2-position staple with 2 staples on the side. If I go into the position setting, you can see where that position of the staple will be. Or if I turn off the staple, I've also got a fold bind option here, which will allow me to make booklets. So I can do a half fold without a staple, or I can do a center staple and fold, which is the booklet option. And we've also got a tri-fold option there, which is for like a letter fold or a DL brochures, that kind of thing. So these are all available when copying on the copy screen. And basically all along here, these are all the standard options, but we've also got an application button here with the more advanced options. I'm not going to go through those in this quick guide, but I'm just going to click on it and just show you that there's a whole, you can slide and drag across here, and there's a whole range of different options in there for more advanced use. Some of the common ones I normally go through would be like a ID copy function for driver's licenses or IDs, but there's other things in there as well. And the last thing I'm going to cover on the copy screen is, of course, how do you make more than one copy, and that is up here in the number of sets. If I wanted to make 5 copies, I can just tap on the number of sets, and that will bring up the keypad, and I can select how many copies I would like. Or you can also press the keypad, that will do the same thing. It will bring up the keypad on the screen, and you can type in a number. So that's it for the copy screen.